Welcome travelers. Today we're taking you on a journey to 15 mind-blowing places you won't believe exist. From glowing oceans to ancient mountains lost in time, these spots will ignite your wanderlust and leave you dreaming of adventure. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 1. It's straight out of a fantasy novel. Let's dive in. Our first stop is in Arizona's desert, where we find a natural wonder called the wave. These stunning wavy patterns were carved out by wind and water over 190 million years. That's right, this rock formation is older than the dinosaurs. But here's the kicker. Only 20 people per day are allowed to visit to help preserve this delicate formation. So, getting in feels like winning the travel lottery. If you do get the chance, bring your camera. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Next, we're heading to Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, the largest salt flat on Earth, stretching over 10,000 square kilometers. It's so flat and reflective that even satellites use it for calibration. But the real magic happens after a bit of rain. The thin layer of water turns the salt flat into a giant mirror, perfectly reflecting the sky. Suddenly, it feels like you're walking on clouds or floating through an endless dreamscape. Oh, and the photos? Mind-blowing. Ever wonder where the floating mountains of Avatar got their inspiration? Look no further than Zhangjiajie National Forest Park in China. These tall sandstone pillars, some over 1,000 meters high, are often wrapped in mist, giving the whole place a mystical, otherworldly vibe. You can even walk across the world's longest glass bridge here, 430 meters long and 300 meters above the ground. Talk about a thrilling view. Imagine walking along a beach at night and seeing the water glow with every step. That's exactly what happens on certain beaches in the Maldives, thanks to bioluminescent plankton. These tiny organisms light up when disturbed, creating an effect that looks like the ocean is covered in stardust. It's like nature's way of throwing its own light show. Cappadocia in Turkey is a land straight out of a storybook. This landscape of fairy chimneys and ancient cave dwellings was shaped by volcanic eruptions thousands of years ago. But what makes Cappadocia truly magical? Hot air balloons. Every morning, hundreds of balloons take to the sky, offering breathtaking views of this unique terrain. It's the kind of experience that stays with you forever. Still in Turkey, let's visit Pamukkale, or the Cotton Castle. These white travertine terraces are formed by mineral-rich hot springs that cascade down the hillside. Not only does it look like something out of a fantasy world, but it's also been a spa destination since ancient Roman times. So kick off your shoes and enjoy a natural foot soak fit for an emperor. Divers, get ready for an adventure. Off the coast of Belize lies the Great Blue Hole, a giant underwater sinkhole that's over 300 meters wide and 125 meters deep. Exploring its depths feels like stepping into another world. Massive stalactites, eerie caverns, and ancient secrets await beneath the surface. If you're up for the challenge, it's one of the most famous dive spots on the planet. Socotra Island in Yemen is often called the most alien place on Earth. And once you see it, you'll understand why. The island is home to strange plant species that exist nowhere else on the planet. The most iconic is the dragon's blood tree, named for its red sap. With its umbrella-like canopy, it looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. In the heart of Siberia lies Lake Baikal, the oldest and deepest freshwater lake on Earth. It holds 20% of the world's freshwater, and in winter, it turns into a frozen wonderland. The ice is so clear that you can see all the way down, revealing trapped air bubbles and giant cracks. It's like walking on a giant sheet of glass. Just don't look down if you're afraid of heights or depths. Waitomo Caves in New Zealand are like stepping into an underground galaxy. Thousands of glowworms light up the ceiling, creating a magical, starry effect. It's like floating through space, only with a few more creepy crawlies. Mount Roraima is a place lost in time. This tabletop mountain is so isolated that it's home to unique plants and animals found nowhere else. Some say it inspired Arthur Conan Doyle's novel The Lost World. Getting here isn't easy, but the views from the top are absolutely worth it. Antelope Canyon is one of the most photographed places in the world, and it's easy to see why. These smooth, wave-like walls were carved by water over thousands of years. And when the light hits just right, it feels like the canyon is glowing from within. There's nothing quite like seeing the northern lights for the first time. In places like Norway and Iceland, you can watch the sky light up with shades of green, purple, and blue. It's Mother Nature's most stunning light show. The marble caves in Chile are a hidden gem. These stunning caverns were carved by thousands of years of crashing waves. The swirling patterns change color depending on the light and water, creating a visual feast for visitors. Finally, we have Lake Hillier in Australia, a bubblegum pink lake that has scientists scratching their heads. The color comes from a mix of algae and high salt content, but it's still one of Earth's greatest mysteries. And yes, it's safe to swim in. So, grab a floaty and dive into this pink paradise, and that's a wrap. 15 incredible places that prove Earth is full of surprises. Which one is your favorite? Did we miss any hidden gems? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, safe travels everyone.